praise. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Give him praise. Come on, everybody, let's sing for joy. To the Lord our God, let your voice employ. Shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. He's the foundation of every nation. Come before him with a thankful heart. Let the music and the singing start. Give him praise, give him praise, give him voice. Lift your voice, let the whole world know his name. Give him praise, give him praise. Clap your hands, clap your hands. Jesus Christ will never change. He's the great God, he's the great King. Above all gods he reigns supreme. Give him praise. In his hands are the depths of the earth. Mountain peaks declare his holy word. He's the great God, mighty and strong. King of kings, where we all belong. So come together, saints unite. Make a joyful sound tonight. Give him praise, give him praise. Lift your voice, lift your voice. Let the whole world know his name. Give him praise, give him praise. Clap your hands, clap your hands. Jesus Christ will never change. He's the great God, he's the great King. Above all gods he reigns supreme. Give him praise. From the rising of the sun to the place where it goes down, let his praises fill the air in every nation, every town. He's worthy, so worthy of all honor, all glory. Give him praise. Lift your voice, lift your voice. Let the whole world know his name. Give him praise, give him praise. Clap your hands, clap your hands. Jesus Christ will never change. He's the great God, he's the great King. Above all gods he reigns supreme. Give him praise, give him praise, give him praise.
My wife don't know we live. Shh. Look, listen. Hallelujah. Hey, check this out. Steve, what's happening? How the world treating you? How's everything going? Let me cut this down just a little bit. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome. Okay, so today is going to be different. Today is going to be heartfelt. Today is going to be challenging. Today, we just going to tell the truth. And as the Bible say, tell the truth, shame the devil. So this is where we at today. Can you hear me? This is where we at. So 50-50 custody, child support. Who pay? Who don't pay? Who should pay? He needs to pay. I don't know who paying. Somebody paying. Black people paying, white people paying, somebody paying. I don't know who paying. But the children need to be taken care of, because and parents need to do what they can, and I tell you what, we'll get there in a minute. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Pastor's Q&A. Hey. No. You look so nice. I don't want to shake your hand. I kind of want to hold on to you.
I done been in this house for over an hour. You ain't said more than 2 words. Now we on camera, and now you want to act like you want to pay me some attention?
Oh, it's like that? Because for the last 2 hours I've been in here trying to get this done.
Dude, you weren't here no 2 hours. Because I came back here after I went to my eye doctor appointment. I only been gone about an hour before you got here.
You know what? Yeah, knock down my stuff.
Don't be blaming me for that.
Yeah, broke my life.
I did not.
I'm just saying.
How you do that?
I don't know how y'all be doing that.
Nobody comes in here but you. Steve said that's a sign. A sign for what, Stevie? I'm just saying. Oh, my Lord.
Steve, I be in here working hard.
And I ain't saying that you don't.
You see the appreciation I get, Steve?
What, the books and stuff fail?
I'm just saying. See that?
Oh, my. Hey, y'all.
I don't even know if we set up right. Well, it seems like you look just perfect. All on camera, just nice. That's what happened.
Why we look so dark?
I don't know why you look so dark.
It's dark in here. Why is it so dark in here?
Because I didn't want to cut the light all the way up, and I'm missing the light. It's at the set, or it's either in the trunk of the car. It's in one of 2 places. So I didn't want to make it super bright. You know what I'm saying? This is
No, I don't. But okay. Uh-oh. What's going on? Why we
I need
not
some
playing?
help.
We not playing.
Y'all playing?
We aren't.
I'm sorry.
No, we're not. For whatever there it go. Now we're back.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get myself together. My wife's supposed to be trying to help me.
What do you need me to do?
I got it now.
All right. I don't know what you want.
I think I got it. I was trying to get myself focused. Back here so the people can see me.
Wait, why?
See, I look blurry.
I'm trying to see, are we live?
We live. We streaming. See that? Right there. Hey.
Why are we not? Okay, there
So,
we go.
we supposed to be talking about, we trying to fix cameras, we trying to do everything what God has called us to do. Come help focus me. Okay, we gonna talk about movie or what? What movie, Steve? Help me out. Make me a little focus. You gotta use the wheel because it ain't gonna turn. Boom. So, yeah, the movie coming. It'll be out next year. Are you turning it?
Yeah.
It don't look like it. Turn a little harder. There you go. Now come back something on the opposite. Right there. Now you're working. I appreciate you. May the Lord bless you. So Steve, the movie should be out next year. So We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the movie. Soon come, as the Islanders would say. Soon come. I need to move my mic this way.
You were told not to talk about that movie yet.
Who?
You.
Who was
We
told that?
talked about this. You.
You just said that my son-in-law said that we should go ahead and post the stuff on social media.
He said post. Okay.
Wouldn't that be talking about it? Well, let's talk about what we're supposed to talk about today, which is parenting, divorcing, child support. Who should pay? Who shouldn't pay? Why they should pay? Where the money coming from? Who got money? And is it true that men suffer more from divorce than women? Cause I when I heard that just kind of that kind of threw me off. Cause she said statistically. So I didn't know that men
Did you
suffer.
go look it up
I
statistically?
was. I'm gonna look it up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let everybody watch the video so they can see what we saw and see what we talking about here. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll pick up the conversation. Is that cool? So let's do it that way. So without further ado, here we go.
Men actually benefit from marriage more than women do. And when you look at the statistics of like post-divorce mental health outcomes, men have worse mental health outcomes than women. Women are typically happier after divorce. And so if you want to argue that marriage disproportionately benefits women, like that's not true.
I'd be pretty unhappy too if I was on child support or alimony and I had a hard time seeing my kids.
And you had to support your children. What a hard life.
Well, you understand that it's not taxed. So the problem is they take over 50% of the man's income because it's not, so they have to pay taxes on the stuff they're giving her and take half of his paycheck.
To support his children that he wants to be involved in their lives.
Right, but it wasn't his choice because women leave the majority
It is
of the time.
his choice to relinquish his parental rights if he wants to.
What I'm saying is many men want to be married and they want to be an involved father and they want to stay with the mother of their children. My point is if she makes the decision to leave, she should pay for it. If you want to leave, that's totally fine, but you should pay to raise your kid.
Is it not his child as well?
And he should pay for the time. That's why I said 50-50 custody off the bat, no child support, no alimony.
So she gets to take on all of the child care responsibilities, but he doesn't have to like pay anything. He doesn't have to have any buy-in.
I didn't say all, I said 50-50 custody. He should have the kid half the time.
But doesn't have to pay any money towards it.
No, he should pay for the kid when the kid's at his house.
Okay, and so the majority of the time when the kid is at the mother's house, he doesn't have to be involved in any way financially?
No, she should pay for it. She has a job. Why should he have to pay for a kid?
He should support it.
If she chose to have the kid and she chooses divorce, why should she not have to pay for her own decision? That's the thing. See, there it is. You want all the freedom to do whatever you want, but you don't want to have to pay for it.
Freedom to do what you want and not have to pay for it. That's
Interesting.
That's a very bold statement. So what do you think?
I find that very interesting.
What do you think about this conversation?
I find that very interesting. That's all I got.
It says
Find it very
research consistently shows that men do suffer from divorce, both emotionally and physically, and that marriage tends to bring men greater overall benefits than women in terms of happiness, health, and financial well-being.
Wait, read that again. Say it again.
Steve said, not in New York City. It says, yes, research consistently shows that men do suffer from divorce, both emotionally and physically, and that marriage tends to bring men greater overall benefits than women in terms of happiness, health, and financial well-being.
So, in other words, men suffer more than women, is what they saying.
I'm just I'm just reading what they got. Now, I do kind of, it does have some type of, I could say it might have some type of truth to it. Ooh, Lord
Excuse me.
Jesus,
I'm
bless
sorry.
you.
I was trying not to sneeze into the microphone.
You was trying not to sneeze into the microphone.
Women drive us crazy, yes. Really, Stevie Steve?
Hey, Steve, know what we talking about? Don't be like that. So, now.
Where are our comments? Why I can't see our comments?
I don't know why you can't see the comments.
Oh, that's why. And why?
So,
Okay.
Can I finish reading this? It said men in divorce, emotional and physical impact. Men often experience more severe short-term emotional consequences after divorce, including higher rates
Short term.
including higher rates of depression, anxiety, and feelings of hopelessness than women. Physical health risks also rise for divorced men, including higher rates of heart disease, cancer, substance abuse, and the mortality rate is 250% greater than that of married men. Divorce can reduce men's social networks and support systems as men are more likely to lose in-law and joint friendships post-divorce.
I can see that.
It said men are also likely to seek help for emotional stress, which can exacerbate these effects.
Stevie said yes, yes, and yes.
Duration and the nature of divorce effects. The negative effects on men's well-being after divorce tend to be more intense but more transit. Over the medium term, to adapt reduces the differences between genders. Women face... Wow, so everything is just falling. So women face
And that was on camera.
more chronic. Women face more chronic. I've lost my spot. Women face more chronic economic hardship after divorce, such as greater likelihood of entering poverty and facing single parenting challenges. Both men and women have elevated health risks after divorce, but specifically health outcomes, cardiovascular disease often impact men more.
Did you take books from over here?
I did.
Well, that would be why stuff is falling. All right.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
So, Steve, it seems like we suffer. We suffer the most in the divorce.
Emotionally. We suffer the most emotionally.
Right, but it says that women, it said while men suffer more in the immediate aftermath of divorce, women typically bear greater and longer lasting economic consequences,
Absolutely.
including drops in household income, high risk of poverty, and challenges of single parenthood. Women initiate the majority of divorces, often due to serious. That's crazy.
Stevie said, I wish I knew this in family court.
You wish you knew this in family court. I think we all do. Women initiate the majority of divorces, often due to serious personal or relational issues, and tend to fare better socially and emotionally in long-term adaptation. So, that's emotional well-being is for men is more severe, women is more chronic. physical health, higher illnesses. Women, y'all are okay. Financial status, moderate drop due to obligations for men. Risk of poverty for women. Remarriage likelihood, men are more likely, women are less likely. That's interesting.
Yep.
Social support, men are more isolated
Yep.
and have weaker social support, and women have stronger networks after divorce. This is interesting. Hey guys.
Hey, Sugar Plum.
So this is interesting. I also think that it's the person who's getting divorced, because we serve papers. I've seen people hit cartwheels when they get divorce papers.
But that doesn't
That don't mean that they
dictate
don't
nothing.
cry
Right.
when I leave. Oh, okay.
No, because all you're doing is letting them know that the divorce is coming. There's something totally different once the divorce has
Taking its toll.
finalized.
So,
Hey, Miss Tanika.
hey, Miss Edge. Hey, sis. Sis, I've been meaning to call you for the last 2 months. I mean, 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
I was about to say that's not meaning to call nobody.
2 weeks. I said 2 months. That's a long time. Divorce is crazy, but they said the young lady stated that men benefit more from marriage.
I believe that too.
Marriage. Who benefits more? Studies show marriage confers pronounced benefits to men in happiness, health, and financial stability. Husband trauma syndrome.
Really, Stevie Steve? He is special. It's okay. We love him.
It said married men are generally healthier, wealthier, and happier compared to their unmarried or divorced peers.
I can agree. Absolutely.
Married men have higher life satisfaction and are about twice as likely to report being very happy compared to single men.
I agree. Again.
Men often receive a financial earning boost and greater health benefits from
Once
marriage.
they're married. Yep.
While women's benefits are smaller, and in some cases, marriage can bring net negatives such as earning penalties for married mothers.
Yeah.
So let me ask this
It's funny
question.
because men are praised for getting married while women are penalized for getting married. Women, when we get married or have children, it becomes a problem for the job because they feel like, and if you're a good wife or a good mother, they're absolutely correct. Now they have to take a back seat to the family. Whereas they don't feel the same way with men. Thank you, my pumpkin.
But it said women benefit from marriage.
Women do benefit from marriage, just not in the workplace.
And I can see that for a couple of reasons. And we'll get to that. I think, so, you know why I think women don't benefit being married in the workplace? You do until you start having children, as you said. Mm-hmm. When I did the message on the Proverbs 31 woman,
Princess.
when I did the message on the Proverbs 31 woman, the way it was almost designed and how it sounds when you really go in and you really look at it, it wasn't that she couldn't work, and it wasn't that she couldn't financially do what she needed to do. And I'm going to say even then, times were different. But how it was structured and how it was put together was more so of how if the woman is the helpmeet, the man is supposed to pour back for her to elevate in her own, not necessarily in the workplace. So, for example, there are things that you want to do. And there's a lot of things. Women have more entrepreneurial or even when it comes to your ways of nurturing is more of a, unless you are raised and built like a man, y'all usually have a tendency of giving more than receiving.
Absolutely.
So when a righteous man pours back into his wife, it puts her in a place where she can, as much as she's giving, she's able to receive. But it doesn't necessarily. So even when you think about this is the reason why they say that the virtuous woman was an entrepreneur. Because she had a husband that can pour back into her to elevate her to a place where she can give.
It didn't say nothing about her husband pouring back into her. It said that she went out and she worked and she kept the land and she
Right.
kept.
But the
So in
husband-
other words, the husband provided and she went out and did what she needed to do.
Right, but it says that the husband sits at the gate, which that puts the husband in a prominent position.
Right. So
Right,
that
so-
means that allowed her to be able to go and do.
And he can pour into her to set her in a position to move how she needs to move.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I guess. Okay.
So that's kind of how I see it. But they keep saying that men benefit from being married. And I do agree.
I was about to say, you say that like you don't believe that or you don't agree. I'm
No, 'cause-
confused about what the conversation is right now.
I think because the way it was said, it's kind of hard for other people to believe that men benefit from marriage. So I'm going to show you how men benefit from marriage. Proverbs 18 and 22. He who findeth a wife find a good thing and obtain favor of the Lord. Now, when the Lord favor pours on you, it don't matter about your degrees. It don't matter about your haters. It don't matter about what people say you can't do or what people think that you can do or can or can't or whatever the case may be. Because when God favor pours out on you, that's something different. That's a different place to be. That's a ooh, Lord Jesus. If that makes sense. So I do think we benefit more because we do get because we do benefit from God's favor
You
greatly.
absolutely do.
So that increases our health. That increases our wealth, our health. that gives us more peace. That gives us more stability. That gives us more, cushion for the pushing, so to speak. Not in that way, but we have more security. We're more balanced. We're more put together.
He trying to get these words together, y'all.
I am trying to get them together. So I don't I don't about the Bible, but it's nice to come home to someone, a nice home cooked meal and laundry. It is amazing. But the thing is, the way we have been tricked in society. Steve, you might have to help with the laundry. You might not get that home cooked meal right away because you might have to come in and because now your wife also has to work in some fashions.
All right, I'm glad you brought that on around because I was trying to figure out where you were going with that.
In some fashions, women have to actually, because of how we have been tricked in society, women have to go out and
Work for it requires
and-
two
and
incomes
put in-
to maintain a household these days, is what he trying to say.
So if we could be in a position and go back into a position, because this is what we was talking about in the last show. If all the men went back to work and really put in the effort, and you can get a nice cooked meal and some good laundry. But this is also what I realized too. A lot of men are stingy
What do you mean?
because when we was doing the other show and the men were, just the sole breadwinner, they beat on their wives, they mistreated them, they gave them trinkets.
Now, let me say this too, because a part of that also comes, women have been the ones who had to do, I'm blurry, the ones who had to do for themselves for a long time. So to come into a relationship and let's say I do decide, and this actually happened to me. I decide, okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and take over, and you're going to just pay everything and all that good stuff. So in my first marriage, I was pregnant, I was not working, and for a moment, he had to take on everything. Now, that's cool, but the part that became not cool was the fact that now I have nothing. So if you're going to say you're going to provide and you're going to take care of everything, then that means somewhere I need to still be able to have what I need so that I can do what I need to do. Hey, Prophet Miller. It's not fair that you are the one bringing in all the money and you get to dictate all the money and think I'm going to be okay because you're taking care of everything. There are things that Proverbs 31 woman, her husband sits at the gate. He does his part, but she also had to do her part. There were things she had to take care of when he was not around, when he was not sometimes even aware of things. As a good wife, I am still going to want to do things and take care of things. Everything shouldn't come back to the head.
I agree.
Tanika said it's supposed to be a partnership, and
It
that's
is.
absolutely correct.
And it's funny because when I was in not class last night, but when I was doing my homework and I was reading the material, it said that the greatest responsibility of a wife is to give counsel. Counsel. That's the greatest responsibility of a wife, is to give counsel. So the greatest downfall of most men is they don't listen to their wife. So my thing is, with that being said, every household to me is different.
Absolutely.
So how I do my thing is different from how Prophet Miller does his thing, how Stevie Steve does his thing. So everything is set different. Everything is put together differently. So, but there are some principles that should be consistent. Listening to your wife.
Like what's mine is mine and what's mine is yours. Oh, he said what's yours is mine. I'm sorry.
No, I think that's what he's saying, that women. So the concept is what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. That should not be the concept. The concept goes back to what Miss Ed said, is how we are in a partnership, how we do this thing together, and how we come in and how it is easily ran. I think the greatest downfall now is we as men have been Ted Bundy'd. Not Ted Bundy. Married with Children.
That's Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. No, Al Bundy.
Oh,
Ted
yeah,
Bundy is
it
the serial
Al
killer.
Bundy. I'm sorry.
Right. I was gonna say no.
Al Bundy. You're
Ted is the
absolutely
serial. We have been programmed that we work, we come home, we drink, we watch the game, and we leave all of the responsibility up to the wife to fend, to do, to handle, to move. When we as men have been called to the forefront, to lead, to teach, to guide, to protect, to do all of these things. Al Bundy, see? And if you notice, even on television shows, most men are very incompetent. The husbands can't think for themselves. They don't know how to do anything. And everything has to fall on the wife.
I hate that. I literally hate that. I absolutely despise that. I even hate when we go places and you be like, that's you. You take care of that. I hate that. Because I feel like if something happens to me, you should be able to take care of your own. The same way I feel like if something happens to you, I should be able to take care of whatever needs to be done.
And I agree wholeheartedly. I definitely agree.
We raise our children so that if something happens to us, I'm okay with, they know how to call and make their own doctor's appointments. They know how to do what's necessary to continue to live.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I definitely do. And now, since we have discussed the perfect benefits of being
No, ain't no but, Steve.
maritally blissed,
Marital bliss.
same difference.
Y'all gonna help me with these words. this
Partnership
man be
meaning we
coming up
both
with.
know what's going on at all times. Exactly. It's hard to run the ship if the person who pedaling and the person who steering
Ain't together.
ain't on the same page. It's hard. It'll be very, very hard. However, since we got past the good benefits of men and how we benefit so greatly from marriage and how we sucky from divorce, I think we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the reason why we came today. And that is child custody. 50-50. Child support. Who paying? Who not paying? Why they not paying? And just as a recap, we're going to replay this video so y'all can see what we talking about, so you're not lost in the cooking sauce. Now, I don't know which one of these women were cooking in the kitchen. I can't really say, but what I can say is dinner got served, and I'll let y'all decide on who gonna eat good and who not eating good. So, with that being said, give me some
Because men actually benefit from marriage more than women do. And when you look at the statistics of like post-divorce mental health outcomes, men have worse mental health outcomes than women. Women are typically happier after divorce. And so if you want to argue that marriage disproportionately benefits women, like that's not true.
I'd be pretty unhappy too if I was on child support or alimony and I had a hard time seeing my kids.
And you had to support your children. What a hard life.
Well, you understand that it's not taxed. So the problem is they take over 50% of the man's income because it's not, so they have to pay taxes on the stuff they're giving her and take half of his paycheck.
To support his children that he wants to be involved in their lives.
Right, but it wasn't his choice because women leave the majority of the time.
It is his choice to relinquish his parental rights if he wants to.
What I'm saying is many men want to be married and they want to be an involved father and they want to stay with the mother of their children. My point is if she makes the decision to leave, she should pay for it. If you want to leave, that's totally fine, but you should pay to raise your kid.
Is it not his child as well?
And he should pay for the time. That's why I said 50-50 custody off the bat, no child support, no alimony.
So she gets to take on all of the child care responsibilities, but he doesn't have to like pay anything. He doesn't have to have any buy-in.
I didn't say all, I said 50-50 custody. He should have the kid half the time.
But doesn't have to pay any money towards it.
No, he should pay for the kid when the kid's at his house.
Okay, and so the majority of the time when the kid is at the mother's house, he doesn't have to be involved in any way financially?
No, she should pay for it. She has a job. Why should he have to pay for a kid?
He should support it.
If she chose to have the kid and she chooses divorce, why should she not have to pay for her own decision? That's the thing. See, there it is. You want all the freedom to do whatever you want, but you don't want to have to pay for it.
I know some of y'all are bubbling right now. But I do want to know what you think, though. 50-50 custody. How should this go down? How should this be? No child support, no alimony. I don't understand why you got to pay for a woman after she leaves. Now I understand you taking care of your children. But my wife said that you should have been in the position getting your own thing. No alimony, no child support, 50-50 custody. Oh, why do I feel like fingers are doing this on the keyboard? How we feeling? What do you think? Are they right? Are they wrong? Because I do know what I think. But I love to hear for the women. I mean, I love to hear from the women. Hey, cuz.
I think.
What do you think? Can't nobody hear what you think. You ain't at the mic. Have a seat. There you go.
I think.
Now tell us what you think.
I think it's a case by case. And I say that because why, if I have the children 80% of the time and I am giving them a roof over their head, feeding them, all that good stuff, why would you not have to be responsible for anything?
Well, I understand that. Miss Ed said, I feel that if the man has custody, the mother should pay him child support.
I agree.
I don't.
Why not?
It goes back to what you said, of it being 50-50. You shouldn't have the children 80% of the time. It should not. It shouldn't just fall on the mother. It shouldn't, especially not in a country that claim that is built on a specific principle. Because the principles that I read is that the father is responsible for the child.
Okay.
So my thing is, are we teaching men how to be accountable and responsible? We not teaching men on how to be accountable and responsible of the women that they choose to date.
I agree with that.
We're not teaching you to be careful and mindful
Why
of.
we look blurry? Huh? Am I looking at that or am I looking at that? Because we look blurry on that.
Looking at that.
Okay.
So, men need to be mindful of the women in whom they come in contact with. Men should be mindful of who they sleep with. These are the things that we don't tell men no more. These are the things that we negate. These are the things that we don't tell our girls no more. Just like it was a woman who, I wish I can find that clip. She was talking to a group, the young girls who, they do the little thing. She said, I promise you, if they cut out child support, I guarantee you, she said if they got rid of welfare and child support,
they'll stop having all this
your
cheering.
legs will be closed and you will go back to what women said.
Y'all are blurry and I have my good eyes on. I know I went crazy.
She said y'all need to go back to, y'all will go back to choosing men properly. And is this man going to really take care of me, or is he just talking just to get it? Is he really going to prove it? So I agree with that. If we don't go back to basic principles, we're going to lose the next generation.
Olivia said we're very blurry, so you're going to need to fix that.
Oh, my bad. Wrong camera.
So I agree with Tanika. She said it should not solely fall on one parent. I completely agree, because it took two of us to create these children or this child. So the fact that it takes two of us, is going to take two of us to raise this child. Now, my problem comes in when we have, and I'm going to be, I really don't care how you take it. Majority of the time, the problem is that these guys have to fight these women for the right to be dads. They want to be dads, but I don't want to be a dad if I got to fight with you every time I see you, or you got to cuss me out, or you're going to use words to trigger me and cause me to lose it. Or if I bring my children around this female or that female, you're going to have a problem. We're not together anymore. And then it's that you are with whomever you're with, and that's good for you. But then you got a problem with me having someone. It's unfair. And it's ugly. And we can't get along so that we can raise these kids together. Everybody is thinking about themselves, but nobody is thinking about the children. Sir, I think you're looking at the wrong thing, because that's blurry. And when I look at that and said it was blurry, that's when everybody said we're blurry.
Okay. So stay right there. Keep talking.
It's crazy, and I want to say it's the young folks, but it's not the young folks. It's the old folks just as much as it is the young folks. And it irritates my very soul. If you don't want that person, then let them be. Stop using the kids as pawns. These kids are not your pawns. These kids are actual human beings with feelings. They have feelings for their mom. They have feelings for their dad. You chose that other person to have these kids with. I don't care if you chose them by mistake. You shouldn't have been sleeping with them. But you chose, I don't care how it happened, you chose to lay down with this person and you got pregnant. When you decided to lay down and have sex, you knew there was a possibility, whether you used protection, whether you had birth control, it don't matter. You knew it was a possibility that a baby would come out of it. And you knew whether or not you liked that person or not. So none of that matters. The child is here. Now it causes you and the other person to put their big girl drawers on, big boy drawers on, and act like an adult. Because that's what matters. The child matters. The child should be able to see two adults that act like they got some sense, that can deal with each other. And if you gonna act like monkeys, wait till the children are not around. But don't keep the child from a father who wants to be in their life because you don't like who they're with, or you if mama or daddy have a drug problem, an alcohol problem, they're abusive, that is something totally different. But that's not what we're dealing with majority of the time. Majority of the time we're dealing with, I don't want you, just plain out control and manipulation. Because I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to try and control you. And guess who's being hurt all the entire time? The only one being hurt is this child. And it's not fair. So child support, it took two of us to create this baby. It takes two of us to take care of this baby. And me personally, I think it should be split. Of course, thinking about income, but here's my fix for that. And this is for the people who are like, you know, you go and you have sex with these celebrities so you can now be taken care of for the rest of your life. I feel like if you do something like that, they should only give you whatever you would be able to contribute. So if your income is $50,000 and theirs is $1 million, your child support should equal up to what you would pay at $50,000 a year. That's just my thoughts, because I don't think it's fair that this child, you're having to take care of this lifestyle of this other person because you make the money. I don't think that's fair. And now you keep going out and having these kids with these people with money so that you don't have to work and they can take care of you. I'm sorry. My mind don't calculate that. Greed is not a factor when it comes to taking care of kids. And I'm speaking from experience. I had to take care of my kids majority of the time before me and Gov got married. I had to take care of my kids by myself. And I did just fine on the salary that I made. We didn't have, you know, the expensive and all of that, but we were comfortable. Our needs were taken care of. That's what mattered. They didn't need for nothing. They didn't want for nothing. And their father wasn't taking care of me. I don't want him to take care of me. All I ask you to do is help, so that everything does not fall on me and it's not hard, and I'm not working 2 and 3 jobs to take care of the kids that we created together. And it's the same thing for a dad. Can we just make it make sense? And she said something about, well, the woman should take care of him because she's the one who wanted the divorce. How do you know that? How do you know the circumstances of the divorce? How do you know she wasn't in there getting her head bashed in? These are the things. This is why I said it has to be a case by case. But I think that for an average, child support should be paid on both sides. And it should be based on what you can afford. I do not think that child support should be taken out after taxes. I think it should be taken out before taxes. It's taken out before taxes? Oh, okay. Well, all right. I don't know. He said it's a before tax deduction. Okay, well, cool. But I think that I've seen how men can't live from what they're paying in child support. Now, if you got 4, 5 kids, I can't help you because your whole check gonna be gone. That's just, it is what it is. That's the way it is. You got to pay the child support for all the children you done made. But if you got 1 kid, there's no reason that your whole check should be gone. I don't agree with that, because if you can't afford to live, how are you going to be able to afford to bring the kid over and take care of the kid like they need to be if you're spending time with them? If the child is coming over, spending the nights and staying with you, you still should have money that you could live a decent life. Now, does that mean you have a job where you getting paid $10 an hour and you still wouldn't have a decent life before child support? That's a whole nother some other. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Let's just make stuff make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all you're saying? Yep, and I can't see nothing on them comments you got over there because you got it turned towards you.
Said she got friends that go through this, so sad.
See, that's all I'm saying. Let's be fair about it. Let's be fair about it. And the system that we have right now is not fair. It's very biased. And there are a lot of men out there who want to do right, but can't do right. They can't afford to do right. The baby mama is acting a fool and a mess. It's a lot that goes into it. You got the judges, you got folks, and the judicial system is a whole nother some other by itself, because it depends on what side of the bed sometimes these judges wake up on. Or whatever. Okay, y'all let us know. I look like I'm blurry. Y'all let me know what y'all are seeing. The judicial system is crazy because it depends on what judge you get. Some judges are biased towards mothers. Some judges are biased towards fathers. And the lawyers know who is who. And I'm speaking from experience. I done had lawyers, they be like, oh, well, this judge, this is what you can expect from them. So this is how we need to present this case. That judge, oh, this is what, so I hope we get this judge because this judge is not biased or that. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Okay. Now let's see what we look like together. I'm just saying. Oh, Tanika said you're blurry. I don't know. Family court is a joke. And the kids are the ones who pay the repercussions and pay the consequences. It's really not fair to the kids. All right, I done spoke my part on all sides. All right. What?
I was supposed to let it up some.
Oh.
But all right. Better. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Now if I can get this, I don't understand why I look orange.
All right. Baby girl says she can see us clear on her phone. All right. There we go.
I can see clearer now. The rain is gone.
Thank y'all for y'all cooperation, letting us know how we look.
Thank you. May the Lord be with you. Child support. I paid child support for 25 years. I didn't have no problem with paying child support. The only problem I had is one time I got lied on. I got lied on because I never wanted to give child support my exact place of employment. So I would just show up every month, get them a payment. And it was one of my children's birthday. And I went and I asked child support. I said, can I send the money directly to the mother? Because my daughter's birthday is tomorrow and there's things that she needs to get. She said, nope. She said, you pay child support. Child support is for birthday, Christmas, you know.
Lower that chair, sir.
Lower the chair.
That's what Steve said.
No, I need to raise the.
There you go.
Now I feel like I'm sitting on the floor. I need to raise the camera. Anyway, so she told me no. And she said the child support covers birthdays and all of that. And I told her, I said, hey, Tam. I said, well, y'all process takes a week. I said, and then I had to pay. I found out later when I started letting them take it out of my checking account. I pay 8 people before I pay the mother. In Georgia, you have to pay your job. You pay your jobs, the people who, whatever firm they use to take it out, plus the processing, plus the fee, plus the state, plus the county, and then you pay. Child support gets a percentage, and then the mother gets the rest.
Whatever's left over.
But in this particular incident, this is before I found all that out. So I was like, no. I said, please let me go. I said, her bank is right across the street. Argued with the lady. She called the manager in. I begged the manager. The manager said, okay. I said, I'll bring back a receipt. I said, so she said, how should I know you coming back? So the chick I was dating, I said, I will leave her here with the car keys as collateral to let you know that I'm coming back. Okay? Because I don't want you to think that I'm going to run off. So I go across the street.
Lord.
I put the money in the bank. I come back. I call the mother of my daughter. I said, did you get the money? She said, yes. I said, is it in your account? She said, yes. I said, oh, okay, not a problem. I said, I love my babies. I'm going to send you something extra in a couple of days to get her a gift. Great. Boop. Hung up the phone. So the lady at child support said, that's great, Mr. Jackson. Kudos to you. She said, well, let me show you something. She picked up the phone. She waited. She said, we're going to sit here. She put a timer on. 5 minutes. We waited. Boop. Soon as the timer went off, she picked up the phone. Called my daughter's mom. Said, hey, how you doing? I'm great. Mr. Jackson walked in here with this cockamamie story about his daughter's birthday is in tomorrow. I do see in the records that her birthday is tomorrow. He was like, oh, he don't have the child support money. He talking about he want to send you the money. And he claimed he went to the bank and put the money in your account. I'm calling to see if you received the money. Now, I'm sitting in the office. Her manager sitting in the office, who she tried to convince her manager no. My ex sitting in the office. We all sitting there. I got the bank receipt. I even had the manager sign a piece of paper for me to say that I put it in this account. This woman told them I didn't send her nothing. And this is why she had been calling them. And I need to go to jail. And they need to take my license. And they need to send me down the road. She said, okay. I got you. Don't worry. She said, and I didn't think he was going to do it anyway. She said, okay, I'm going to get him. She hung up the phone. She said, and this is why I told you no.
Absolutely.
She turned her computer around. She said, this woman has called us 72 times in less than 48 hours. She said, and this is why I've been trying to get you to just let us take it take it directly from your job. From that day up until the last child support payment, no matter where I was on God's green earth, no matter what country I was in, no matter what state I was in, them folk got child support directly from my employer. From that day.
And this is what they deal with every day. This is why they do the things that they do. And I'm not mad at them for what they do. I'm just saying that it should be a different way of how they calculate and pull out the child support.
But this is my thing. This is how I really feel about child support. And I was having this conversation with my bestie the other day, Tam. You can train a monkey to pay child support. Because all you got to do is go to work. Get a check. They going to take it. Pay. That's simple. But that does not make me responsible or accountable for the child.
It makes me whether you want to. If you want to.
It makes me financially, but it doesn't really make me accountable for the child.
But I can't force you to be.
I'm not asking. No. I'm not looking for you to force me, because you have some women who don't allow. Because my biggest argument for all three of my kids have been this: I can give them money. My oldest daughter is on here right now. I guarantee you she can't tell you what she did with half the money I gave her.
And you're absolutely correct.
But she can tell you about the time we spent together.
And I get that. But child support is not so that it can take over the time that's spent.
No. What I'm saying is her argument, the young lady's argument, is the man should be able to have custody to help raise the child as well. Money that's nothing. Because I can't speak for no other state, but I can speak for New York and I can speak for Georgia. I can't dictate where the money goes.
Nope.
I pay. I can't dictate where the money goes.
Nope.
So if she already got clothes, or and the money that she spent on clothes, she done spent her money, and now she want to treat herself, she can use that money and treat herself, because she's already done what needs to be done for the kid. I don't have no issue with that. I do agree that men should be allowed by law to have legal joint custody of the child.
But we had this conversation.
But most men don't get that. What most men get is
If
visitation.
you are married,
Right, but I'm not talking about just married.
right?
If
But
you
in
can
that
prove amen, and only thing he
I ain't
wanted,
even gonna say fight for custody. I'm gonna say go ask for custody.
and the only thing he wanted was just joint custody so he could be legally tied. So now, I saw that. So with that being said, when I saw that, 3 months later, his mother made him go get a paternity test. So come to find out the baby wasn't his.
And that's the
And this is why
anytime you're not married, that is always
right, that's the case.
first thing.
So but this is my thing. If I go through legitimation, because every state requires you, if you're not married, to go through legitimation. That means in legitimation, I have to do DNA. If I find out that that is my child, why do I now have to reset and fight to have joint custody to be able to make decisions? Because legitimation only kicks off child support. Legitimation only grants me, oh, well, you
I
can
agree.
get them one day out of the week, and then 7 weeks later you can get them on this day, and then we sitting here arguing over days.
But that ain't how that's supposed to go.
But that's how it goes. That's how
Because in the child, the papers automatically say that you get them a certain number of days
right, you
during
get
the
certain
year,
right
during the
right,
holidays
and
right.
things. But what I'm saying is why, and this is the other thing. If we're supposed to be co-parenting, because Sister Edge, Evangelist Edge said that we should be partnership. So now, me and you got a kid, we didn't work, whatever the case may be. What's in the best interest of the child should always be first and foremost. So now, I might be more better off because this just says we looked at the statistics before we got here. Statistically, most men are financially better off than majority of women, even after divorce. Right? So now, what is wrong with a man being in the same school district? We find an area that is beneficial for the both of us that has good school, and be able to partner and be in the same school district so we can share custody 50% of the time that the woman was talking about. That the child can make a decision when they leave school. Okay, mama working late.
No, we ain't doing that.
And I can jump on the bus and go to daddy's house.
We not giving. No,
What I'm saying is we're both in the same
I hear you and I got you. But that requires mommy and daddy putting on their big people drawers and being able to stand and agree on things. Because now what we have is a child that can manipulate.
No, you can't manipulate if me and you are still on the same page. If we
That's
go back
why
to
I just said a mommy and a daddy who put on their big people drawers
Right.
and agree with one another and stand together.
do something righteous. I did cash until I learned the hard way. Then it was money order. Cause them folk want proof that you've been giving up some money. My thing is, fighting over the kid is, to me, crazy. And again, this still goes back to we just teach people to have sex. We don't teach people how to mate. I was listening to a guy one day, and he said that in certain cultures, they teach them how to mate.
What does that even mean?
So I'm about to tell you.
'Cause
In their mating, before we consummate, we date.
oh, you mean courting?
No, but they call it mating in these cultures, in certain cultures.
Oh, okay. All right.
So before I lay with you, I look at everything about you. I look at your mama. I look at your daddy. I look at your upbringing. I look at what you believe. I look at your belief system. I look at what you know what I'm saying? Then we start asking questions. What do you want to do? How you want to do it? What do your mama do? Because now when I get to see the entire picture, the question becomes, not only do I want to take you, do I want to take your mama? Do I want to take your daddy? Y'all got family problems. Your daddy's an alcoholic. Your mama's a drunkie. Like, I don't want to bring that. And now another thing is, we in America remove parents from the dating. Because parents in most other cultures have a say before you bring her in. I have a son. So I've built this business. I know I'm going to leave this to you. I do believe in love. But at the same time, I don't believe she's the right one for you.
But I believe that depends on the relationship that you have with your children.
And I do agree with that. But at the same time, I'm just pointing out different cultures based on how we do things here. And the so-called beloved people, that the beloved culture of whom our Lord and Savior, come from, the father picks the bride. And even as a father of daughters, when Lil Ray Ray show up, oh, okay, so what do your daddy do? I don't know my daddy. Oh, you don't know your daddy? No. Okay. So, baby, listen, this man don't. You got uncles, cousins, coaches, male teachers. Like, what male influence have you had in your life besides Young Thug, Lil Weezy, Baby, Da Baby, Lil Baby, Big Baby, Baby Boy? You see what I'm saying? What male influences have you had? Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at your male influence and how that now, based upon your male influence, would tell me how you're going to treat my daughter.
Absolutely.
And then I don't want to have to shoot you later, because I will hurt you about my daughter.
But again, like I said, it goes back to what type of relationship you've had, because the cultures that you're talking about, majority of the families that you're talking about were two-parent families, where the dad is active and the dad is all of that other stuff.
Right.
So it makes a difference.
It does. But that's that's why I made the statement I made earlier. We need to go back to, did we freeze? Oh no, we just froze on there. We need to go back to building families. We need to go back to not allowing this next generation to go and continue to repeat this perpetual cycle of, because now we're in an over-sexualized. They're teaching children about gay sex at 3 and 4 years old. So they're being exposed sexually. They're being exposed sexually. And it is crazy. There's a big lag in auto. Somebody don't want us talking about this today, because I'm about to bring this full circle to the word. What a way to... My thing is, when we Because we can say the church is responsible. But we as parents, you so-called Christian parents.
Okay, Miss Edge.
I'm going to log off and come back. Okay. When are we, because my family also acknowledge if your spirit is right. Exactly. And then that's another thing. What spirit you walking with? We looking at everything. I'm paying attention. One thing I know, especially about our boys, they not just gonna bring anybody
Absolutely
up
not.
in here.
The boys or our daughters,
Or our
because they
daughters.
know what we.
'Cause they know.
They already know. We checking spirits at the door.
We checking everything. Who your daddy? Who your mama? What they do? What have they taught you? What do you know? What have you learned? Because now these are the questions that I
Good deal,
have.
Miss Edge.
And I believe that if we can teach these things, if we can put men back in the place of accountability and responsibility, like, son, you just don't sling wood everywhere, because now you're spreading your seed to all of these different women, and your seed is valuable. The most valuable thing in the fruit is not the fruit, it's the seed. Because it is the seed that reproduces. Because guess what? You will eat the fruit, discard the core of the fruit, and then you're going to pass the rest of it later on that night. So what value is the apple? Besides the energy that it gave you in that little quick amount of time you ate it, or that sweetness that you had, the value is the seed. The children is the value. This is the reason why from the beginning of time, Satan has always came at the seed. I'm going to put enmity between your seed and her seed. It didn't say nothing about grown men. It said seed from the beginning. He tried to kill Christ when he was born. He tried to kill Moses when he was born. This has been the thing. We get the boys, we get the babies, kill all the men.
Because they got the seed.
Because men carry the seed. We mess up because we have put women on the pedestal. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we don't put boys in their proper place.
I agree. We don't teach them
teach them that they're royalty.
And their value.
You know, I was considered very arrogant as a kid because my daddy told me I was royalty. So I refused to let you tell me anything different. So I walked in that. But then also, who told it to me? My daddy told me I was royalty. My mother told me I was arrogant, conceited, bougie. These are the things that my mama told me. But my daddy told me I was royalty. My oldest daughter is on here. She'll tell you, I've been telling them this as long as they can comprehend. You're royalty. And you carry yourself as such. And if anybody disagree with it, tell them to come see your daddy, and I'll tell them that you're royalty. Don't be afraid to tell him you got a daddy.
You look cold.
No, you want me to keep you warm?
It's a little nippy.
Come on over here, slide on over. No, we ain't gonna tell y'all how to make babies, but we gonna tell you how to raise them. Listen. But we need to start putting our men back in their rightful position. Son, you're royalty. You are the prize because you carry the seed. That's what I was told. I don't just give my... I don't just share this with. I don't give this to just anybody. You ain't that special, and you ain't that cute. That's how I used to carry myself. You choose. And we need to put men, and it's not to say for you to be arrogant, for you to mistreat women, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we teach young men to care for themselves, the same way we always running to teach young girls, and then we just leave the boys. And this is why they act out the way they do. This is why they run loose the way that they run loose.
Why?
Because nobody is there to coach them, to teach them.
Yeah, absolutely right.
They don't have that cultivation.
The male role models that are teaching them. You know, it's. I believe you gonna.
Oh
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I believe that I believe that there are more men out there that are good. And yep, he switched cameras, y'all, while he was doing all that stuff. He forgot what he had going on.
Right. Like, why is the camera going? That's
Right.
why I just sit here like, nah, we good.
And I'm like, I'm looking at him, and he don't even realize like what's going on. I'm just saying, no, but dang, I just lost my train.
Men don't have.
Men don't.
Little boys don't have role models.
Boys don't have role models. Yeah, it's gone. Holy Spirit, bring it back.
We're in a place where we got to start back teaching men. We got to get men back to Christ. We got to get men back doing the things that men did. And to me, that is the problem that we're having in society, is that men have lost their rightful place. We were called to be stewards, cultivate, create, build, push forward, thrive. These are the things that we were called to do as men. Have boundaries. Yeah, I said it's actually attractive when men have boundaries. When a man can tell you no. It's crazy because it's a good and a bad thing. Because most women are not used to being told no.
Absolutely.
And, you know, long time ago in my old ways, I used to use that for my advantage.
What you mean? No, never mind. I don't even. Never mind.
If you make a woman feel that you ain't interested, she gonna want to figure out why. And then she gonna try to make herself be interesting to you.
Really?
Right. That was an old trick.
I guess that was them. Because you told me no, I'm going to look at you like you crazy and be like, okay, bye. Your loss, not mine.
But most women ain't raised that way. Because most women are told that they are the golden ticket. You're the goose that laid the golden egg.
Nah, that's because of pride. That's what that is.
You're Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory.
That's pride. You should want me. Everybody want me.
Right.
That's pride.
But that's what they're taught. I know what you call it.
I don't think that's what they're taught. I think that's what they
interpret.
Okay. Let's say it ain't necessarily what they taught, but it is what they're taught. And what I mean is that's been their experience.
Right.
Because
I know
right.
You want me. Everybody want me. Every man say hey to me. And then I'll walk by and look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, that part.
Right.
Prophet said,
Old trick. Prophet Miller know what I'm talking about. Before we were prophets, we prophesied in the street.
I'm so done.
Spoke to the masses.
I'm so done.
But that is how it is. And because we don't let boys feel the same way, because you got to do this, a woman always right, happy wife, happy life. We are built to
Cater.
we are built to cater to whatever foolishness is presented to us. Women are always right. Don't argue with your mama. Don't do this. Happy wife, happy life. You got to get the girl this. You got to do that.
Because you don't argue with your mom.
No. I'm not saying, you don't argue with your, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, forget the don't argue with your mama part.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah, because arguing with your mama get your teeth slapped
Yeah,
down.
sure would.
But what I mean is, like, we are taught to lay hands, hallelujah, yes sir. But we're taught to receive whatever is dished, and that we are supposed to take it. And that's why I said last week that there are a lot of men who are sitting at the dinner table frustrated with their life because they never walked out what they wanted to, because they felt like they had to settle and cater for what was given. The young evangelist said, "Tell them, mama, but I appreciate men who have boundaries because they know the man that God has created them to be." You're absolutely correct. Because true freedom comes with boundaries.
Absolutely.
Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden. When they got kicked out of the garden, God said, put 2 cherubims where?
The tree in the east.
When he kicked them out the garden, God said, put 2 cherubims where?
To protect the tree of life and death. Or am I not? I be summarizing.
Yeah. No, I don't want you to summarize. Genesis 3:22, and the Lord God said, behold, the man has become as one of us. Mm-hmm. Even though man was already created like us, he has become one of us. Mm-hmm. That's a difference. Ooh, y'all gotta read it slow. Gotta read it slow.
Sir.
It said the man has become one of us to know good and evil. And now let he put forth his hand and also take of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent them forth from the garden to the ground from whence he taken them. He drove out the man and placed at the east of the garden cherubim flames, the Garden of Eden cherubims, and the flame of swords which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
Ain't that what I just said?
Right. He
in
sent
the
them
east at the tree of life.
Right.
So you read all of that to say the same thing.
But listen, garden is a protected place.
Okay.
So when he sent them out, that means that it was already guarded. It's just now you can't get back in. So boundaries, true freedom has boundaries. God, at the entrance, God gave, and this is what I was explaining to Kat on Saturday. I don't believe in Jewish culture. I don't believe there's no such thing as Jewish culture. I believe there's a thing of kingdom culture. And they was just selected to live out the true kingdom culture on earth for the rest of us to have an understanding of who the true living God is. It's not their culture. It's God's culture. It's the kingdom culture. Living in these boundaries keep us safe from hurting ourselves
Absolutely.
and from hurting others.
Absolutely. Hey, Des.
So now we're in a place where men need boundaries to handle business, to help raise these boys, these girls. Paying child support, listen, I believe that a man should be able to have a place for the child to come. I believe that if the child needs something, he needs to come out the pocket with it. But I also believe that I should have a house. I should have a place that my child can come. She has clothes or he has clothes in the house. So when I come get the child from you, you not packing no bag, and unless they want to bring their favorite shoes or they got a favorite shirt that they want to wear, that's cool. But guess what? Everything else they need is in this house. They got food in this house. When Yasmin used to come to my house, Yasmin didn't need to bring no clothes. I had clothes there when she got there. Everything that she needed when she got there. When the girls came, they didn't need to bring nothing, because I made sure you had what you needed. Because that's how I saw it. Because when I went to my dad's house, I had clothes there. I had shoes there I didn't even know I had. Oh man, I was looking for these. I left these. I think that that's how it should be. But then at the same time, if we can go back to the way it's supposed to be, I'm not just randomly having children with women who are not my wife. Matter of fact, I'm the only woman that I am laying down with is my wife. And I'm not laying down with no other woman except she be my wife.
And there's the answer to all your problems. Boom. We can close up, wrap up, go home now.
Right. And pass around the collection plate. Send the money to Prophet Miller. But that, to me, that is where it needs to start. Men need to have boundaries. Men need to put their foot down. Men need to back away. The same way y'all say men need to, that we need to turn down the plate to fast, men need to keep the pants up, keep the zip a zip. Until you can walk down the aisle and say, I do.
Amen.
And get gut punched in the stomach by a daddy like me.
No.
Talking about no. Your daddy pulled out a pistol on me. What are you talking about?
He did that behind closed doors. Amen. Amen.
So I gut punch you at the wedding? That's what that mean? Okay.
Jackson,
I paid
know
for it.
I'm not paying him no attention, y'all.
But if I paid for it?
Jackson, know I'm not
Okay.
paying him no attention.
So, yeah. So now, 50% custody. Maybe, maybe not. As my wife said, I agree. It depends on the circumstances. Because some people don't need to be around children at all.
Absolutely.
And I also believe that before you get married, everybody need to go through a deliverance session. Everybody need to have their heart checked. And even if y'all don't make it, y'all should figure that out in marriage counseling. Be mindful of who you date. Don't just go around here just being with this person. Playing with different people. Leave these folks alone. I talk about it in my book. I took a page out of my wife's book. My wife say, Lord, if this person is not supposed to be in my life, make them go poof. And I saw 4 people who tried to come before me, and they went poof, like within 3 days. They said, hey, on Monday, and they was no longer heard of by Tuesday night. It was a wrap. Poof, they would just disappear. You would have thought the rapture took place. By the way, we missed it. We still here.
I'm so done.
Los asked me if I was gonna mention the fact that we missed the rapture. We still here. So that means we still got some we still sinning. We got some more repenting to do if we still.
Don't worry, yes, I got you.
Not my husband. What you mean not your husband?
Nope. We
We'll
not
put
even
him in
going.
the trunk of the car.
Yeah, and we wrapping it up.
So pray about the people. Pray on the people that you deal with. Not even just in dating relationships, business, any type of relationship, friendships,
all of it,
all of that,
all of them,
all of the above. And let's start giving men their flowers, and let's start holding men accountable. And as men, we need to start telling men what's right on men, and let's stop giving our money to things that contradict what we believe. So if we stop watching BET, if we stop posting things on social media, if we start deleting things off our social media, if we start stop shopping and supporting certain things will change. Because nobody like their pocket hit. Axe Bud Light, and Jaguar, and Gillette. So we love y'all. We thank y'all for coming out and rocking out with us today here on the Pastor's Q and Pastor A. You look so pretty.
Thank you.
Let me borrow $5.
Goodbye. We will see y'all back here tomorrow. I'm not fooling with this man.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, can we talk about this rapture thing?
No.
What about the church shooting?
What church shooting?
Oh my God, how y'all Christian people don't know that like people got shot up in a church in Missouri like 2 days ago?
Yeah, because I don't watch news.
Okay. So, we under heavy fire. Pow. So we love
know
y'all.
that. I don't need to watch and see folks get killed for me to know that the church is under fire. So we will see y'all back here tomorrow